I'll tell you a story that happened to me, as one day as I went out to Yow by the sea. The sun it was bright and the day it was warm, and says I a quiet pint wouldn't do me no harm. I went to the barman and I says give me a stout, but the barman says I'm sorry all the beer is all sold out. The barman says try whiskey or vodka 10 years in the wood, and I says I'll try cider as I heard it was good. Oh never, oh never, oh never again, if I live to be 100 or 110. For I fell to the floor and I couldn't get up, after drinking a pint of old Johnny Jump Up. After lowering the third I headed straight for the yard, where I bumped into Brophy, the big civic guard. He says, come here to me, boy, don't you know I am the law? Well, I upped with my fist, and I shattered his jaw. He fell to the ground with his knees crumpled up, but it wasn't that I hit him, it was the Johnny Jump Up. And the next thing I met down in Youghal by the sea was a cripple on crutches, and he says to me, I am afraid of my life, and that I'll be hit by a car. Would you help me across to the railwayman's bar? And after 3 pints of cider so sweet, he threw down his crutches and he danced on his feet. Oh never, oh never, oh never again, if I live to be 100 or 110. For I fell to the floor and I couldn't get up, after drinking a pint of old Johnny Jump Up. I went up the Lee Road a friend for to see, they call it the madhouse in Cork by the sea. But when I got there, the truth I do tell, they had the poor bugger locked up in his cell. Says the guard testing him, say these words if you can, around the rugged rocks the ragged rascal ran. He says to me, tell them I'm not crazy and tell them I'm not bad. It was only 6 pints of that cider I had. A man died in the Union by the name of McNab, and they washed him and laid him outside on a slab. And after the coroner his measurements did take, his wife took him home to a bloody fine wake. It was about 12 o'clock and the beer it was high, and the corpse he sat up and he says with a sigh, I can't get to heaven and they won't let me up until I bring them a pint of the Johnny Jump Up. Oh never, oh never, oh never again, if I live to be 100 or 110. For I fell to the floor and I couldn't get up, after drinking a pint of old Johnny Jump Up. Yes, I fell to the floor and I couldn't get up, after drinking a pint of old Johnny Jump Up.